Welcome to this video where we're going to carry on with section 2. We should hopefully get to the end of the section in this video. So we were looking at sharps in the last video, and now we're going to look at flats. So a flat is this little sign that looks almost like a B, but with a pointy end on the bottom. So we have a few exercises first to do. And so what you need to also make sure you do is pause the video right now, and on page 68 of the manual, for this first line of notes, you're going to draw a flat in front of each note, and then you're going to want to draw a line to the correct note on the piano. And then what you also want to do is, you could come back and see what I've done there and then pause the video again. On the lines underneath here, you want to identify what note each of these little dots is indicating, these little squares, blocks, and then we'll come back and we'll see if we've got that right. Okay, so pause the video, try it on your own, and then we'll go through it together. Okay, so now that you've tried that on your own, so we come over here, and this is the bass clef we're starting with. So our lines are Gumboots Dancing for Africa, so that's a G. So we have over here our G flat, and then gum boots. So we're going to draw a little flat over here, and you see we line up the open space with the note. So if this is on a line, then the line will go through that open space. Here, where we draw a flat here, the open space of the B, the pointy B, is inside that space. So if you are going to be writing music, you've got to make sure you have it lined up correctly. But anyway, so this is gum boots, so that's a B, and it's also just two notes up from the previous note. So a B is just to the right of the three black notes. This is B flat, so we're going to go down half a step. So that's a B flat over there. Then we have all cows eat grass, so that's an E flat. So E is these two black notes, and it's just to the right of it, but now it's E flat. So it's going to go like that. And then we go one note down, so that was an E, and we're going to come down to a D flat, or it could be Gumboots Dancing, so a D over there, and it's going to be one note down, so D between the two black notes, and it's instead of the D, it's the D flat, so we come like that. Now Gumboots Dancing for Africa, that's the A, and an A, you got your three black notes, it's between the top two notes. There's our A, but now it's A flat, so we're going to draw our line to the A flat. And again, one step up, this is a B. So A to B, draw a flat next to it. There's our B flat, like that. Okay, so we've got a B flat down here, and then we have a B flat up there. And on the piano, you'd have your B flat there, and then the B flats up like that. Now we come to the treble clef. So this is below the bottom line. So the lines are 11 giraffes bend down forward. So it's treble clef. So these nice tall giraffes we have for the higher notes. And this is just below the E. So that must be a D. That comes before E. So there's our D flat. And this is just above middle C. Middle C would be, if we did our line over there, our C would be there. And this is one note up. So there's middle C. This is D, but it's now D flat. So it's the black note just to the left of it. Then we come and do a flat over here. This is 11 giraffes, so it's G. So there's our three black notes, there's the G, and G is just to the left of it over there. 11 giraffes, a bend, so that's a B. There's our B just to the right of the three black notes, B flat. Draw a flat there, B flat there. And now we have face. These are the spaces in the treble clef, F-A-C-E. So we're going to have E flat. So two black notes, there's the E, and E flat is going to be just to the left. And F-A-C-E, so the A flat. And this is now coming down, so we're going to have to go backwards, going down the piano. So A is in this set over here, between the two black notes. So there's A, but it's A flat. So it's going to be over there. Okay, so now we've got all of them aligned like that. Let's play them on the piano. So we make sure we have these correct. So we've got G, but we're going to play G flat. So you can hear that small step down. If we're doing going up to the G sharp, so that interval is the same that we're doing there. But now we're going down to the G sharp. Okay, and then we have the B flat, and we've got a B flat over there, and then we have the E, and we're going to E flat, and we step down to the D, and we go to D flat, and then we come up to the A, and we come to A flat, and step up again to the B, and we've got B flat over there, and we come to the treble clef, so we've got our D, and that's D flat, G, and G flat, and then we've got B, and B flat, and then we come up to the E, and we've got E flat, and then we come back down to the A. So from E, we come down to A, and then we've got our A flat like that. Okay. Right, and then hopefully you've also attempted the exercise at the bottom. If you haven't yet, then please pause the video and then come back once you have. Okay, but once you have done that, so what we're wanting to do now is to name what these notes are, with the flats. So if it's a flat, it means it's just below the note above it. So this is a group of 2 black notes, so between them is a D, and so the note just below that will be a D flat. So in the same way that we wrote the C's, all the sharps, you write the letter name and then the sharp afterwards. Here again, we write the letter name and then the flat afterwards. Okay, and then we have the 3 black notes, and we have the G, which is the note between the 2 black notes at the bottom. So that would be G sharp, but now we're wanting to do a flat. So it's between the 2 top notes. So that's A, and now we're doing A flat. Okay, but G sharp and A flat, they're the same note. And we come to our 2 black notes again. So this is, what's the note just above that? So this will be a flat of this note. This is an E. So E flat. And we come over here, 3 black notes just to the right of them. And then we can have the flat. So this is B flat. And we come up to this set of black notes over here. Now what's the note? This is going to be the flat over here. So we need to know what this note is. So between the 2 black notes is a G. So that's a G flat over there. And here again, we have 2 black notes, and what's between them? So we're going down to the flat. That's a D flat. And here, it's the same note as we had there, the bottom of the 3 black notes. So there's our G, and it's going to be a G flat. And here, 2 black notes. What's that one above there? That's an E. So that's the E flat. And then we have our 3 black notes. What's this note between the top 2? That's an A. So an A flat. Okay, and now we again have what we had in the previous example with the sharps. So this note over here is half a step down from the note just above it. If this note had a black note over here, the flat would be there, but there's no black note. So the next note that goes half a step down is going to be what is an E, but it's the same as saying F flat. So there's our F, and half a step down is what is E, but it's also F flat. So in the same way that this note can be A flat and G sharp, this note can be E or it can be F flat. Okay, and then in the same way, we have a C, and half a note down is going to be C flat. So a B is the same as a C flat. And then our last one here, here's our B, so just above the 3 black notes, and then flattening it, so we have a B flat over there. Okay, so some nice exercises for you to make sure you've got those note names and the flats and everything all sorted out. Okay, now we have some daily exercises to do with the flats. Very similar to what we did with the sharps. So the rhythm is actually exactly the same. The melody is exactly the same. But now we're going to start on an F. Okay, so F, A, C, E, F. And remember, an F is the 3 black notes just to the left of it. So it will sound familiar to you because it's exactly the same. But now the first time we have a flat, we're going to go from that A and we're going to go up to B flat. And we're going to go like that. And then on the next group, we have B flat to C. Okay, and then we're going to step down again. Okay, so I'm going to do it slowly. We've done this before, so you know how it should sound. So you want to make sure it sounds right in terms of both the melody that we're playing as well as the rhythm that is being played. So I'm just going to count it out. I'm going to do it slowly first, and then you can do it faster after that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I'm going to do it a lot faster. So remember, you're going to gradually build up your speed. So go from that very slow speed up to the faster speed. And you can go even faster than what I'm going to play it now if you're getting really good and confident, as long as you're playing at regular rhythm and you got your technique that's going well. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to do the same with the left hand. Okay, so here we're going to also start on the F, but we're going to start with finger 5, and we're going to go straight, just going up until we get to this over here where we've got A, and we're going to go up to B flat. So these two fingers are going to be nice and close to each other, and then when you do the B flat to the C, you've got a bit of an open space between your fingers. Okay, so that's also why you want to practice this, because the fingering is not just a straight going like that. We're going to have to step and have our fingers opening a little bit and being in different places. So again, I'm going to do it nice and slow. So just follow along with me, and then we're going to get it going faster after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now let's do that a lot faster. So especially you might find your left hand, the muscles may well be weaker in your left hand. So this will take longer to get right with the left hand. But just keep practicing, keep persevering. The muscles will get stronger. Whenever we do exercise with our muscles, they get stronger. So it's the same with playing piano. We're just working with different muscles. It's your finger muscles. Okay, so we're going to do it much faster now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so those are some exercises for you to go through until you got those nice and smooth. And then we have a hymn to learn again. So we have done How Gentle God's Commands in a few different ways, but now we're going to do it including the flats. So we start on the A, so it's Gumboots Dancing for Africa. And so A is between the two of the top black notes. So finger 1 is going to start there, 1, and we're going to play 1 again and skip down to the F, back up to the A, and then step down to 2, and then skip to 4, and then up to G again, and then step down to F, and then you're going to move to finger 2 over there, so you can do a kind of smooth one, or you can just lift your finger, that's fine. So then do finger 2, and then we're going to do 2, and then skip down to 4, go back up to the 2 on F, and then we're going to do F and skip all the way down to a C, and then back up to the F, and then down to an E. Now you're going to move finger 3 up to a G. So you're on E, you're going to skip up to a G. So G, G, skip down to E, and then G, and then step down to 4, skip to A, and then we're going to open our hand. So finger 1 goes to C, and stay on 1 for there, but now finger 5 is going to come. So you're going to actually close your hand a bit now. Finger 5 is going to go on to G. Now we've got our flat. Okay, so it is B, but we're going to do a B flat. And then step down, a little step down to A, up to middle C, and then up to D above that, back to middle C, skip down to A, and then you've got your B flat. And then we got finger 4 going to A. We're going to have to open our hand so that 5 goes on to F. And then we're going to step up to G and then back down to our F. Okay, so that's talking you through it. So now I'm going to play it with counting it, and then I'll play it with singing it. So just want to go through it bit by bit, and if you're not comfortable with what I've done yet, go back and do it the previous way a few times until you're comfortable, and then move on to the next way that I'm demonstrating it. Okay, so we're going to start with finger 1. So this is in 3/4 time, and we have 1 note before that. So this is beat 3. You see in the last bar you've got beat 1 and 2. So it'll be 3, 1, 2, 3. And this beat counts 2. It's a half beat or a minim. And the rest are all 1s, crotchets or quarter notes. And then it's a 2 again, 1, 1, 1 all the way. And then we get a 2 at the end. Okay, so let's start with beat 3 on finger 1 on A. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so I'm going to sing it as we're doing that. So remember, singing is a really important part of helping the connections in your brain to really get solidified. So it's a really good practice to be singing as well. How gentle God's commands, how kind His precepts are. Come cast your burden on the Lord and trust His constant care. Great. Okay, so now let's go on to doing this with our right hand. So again, the fingering is a bit different, although the notes are exactly the same. So again, we're going to start on A. So over here as well, we started on A, but it's an octave down. It was in the bass clef. Now we're starting on, this is in the spaces, so F, A, C, E. So it's that A again. We can start with finger 5. So 5 on A, and then we're going to skip down to F with finger 3, back up to A, then step down to G, skip to E, back up to G, and then we're going to step down to F. And we put finger 4, so you move from finger 3 to finger 4. 4 on F, F, and then down to D, back up to F, and then F, and then all the way down to middle C, and then F, and then step down to an E. Then we're going to move finger 2 up to the G. So what I out of habit do is I end up putting finger 1 on that note so I can then move up and open my hand. But you can also just move your hand, that's fine. So then we come to finger 2 on G, but we're going to repeat the G and then we're going to still open our hand. It's not just the next note down. We're going to skip down to an E, back to the G, and then we're going to move just 1 step down. I'm going to open our hand again from F up to A, and then finger 4 onto C. And then on the next line, we've got C with finger 4, and we skip all the way down to a G, and now we've got our flat. So that's B, but we're going to do B flat. So the finger 3 is going to be on B flat. Tiny step down to A, skip up to C, then we're going to step to D, step down to C, skip to A. We're going to do that B flat, so a little step. And then we're going to go on to A, and now we're going to have to open our hand a bit to go to F, and then we're going to close it again to just go one little step up for G and then back to F to end it off. Okay, so I'm going to play it once with just counting it, and then I'll sing it again for you. So we've done the rhythm, so we're just going to play it now. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, now let's try singing it. So we start with finger 5 on A. How gentle God's commands, how kind His precepts are. Come, cast your burdens on the Lord, and trust His constant care. Okay, great. So we've got a few things to be practicing there. And just before we finish off this video, we're going to finish off section 2. So the last few pages is about what we call the key signature. So if you look in the hymn book, generally at the beginning of the music, sometimes we go straight from the treble clef to the time signature and into the music, but sometimes these are some flats that we have. And let's see if we can turn over the page. Here we've got 2 sharps, and we've got a sharp over here. So these sharps and flats at the beginning of the lines, you'll see it's repeated all the way down the page like that. That is what we call the key signature. So it's placed right at the beginning between the treble, the bass clef, and the time signature. And it tells you that for the whole piece, every time you see one of those notes, so here we have, this is an F, 11 drafts bend down forwards, there's an F sharp. Every time you play an F, you're going to play it as a sharp. And it doesn't matter where that F is going to be. If you play an F that's on the top line where this is written, or a lower down F, they're all going to be sharpened. So here we have in the bass clef, that F is on the 4th line instead of the 5th line. So Gumboots Dancing for Africa, but it's still an F, so it's F sharp. So all of these Fs, the top and the bottom one in the treble clef, top and the bottom one in the bass clef, they're all going to be sharps. Unless you then have a note where they write a natural in front of it, and then for just that note, or for the rest of that bar, you'll play that as a natural instead of the sharp. So they don't have to write the sharp anymore. So on the previous couple of examples we did, here every time there was a flat, they had to tell you it was a flat because there's no key signature at the beginning of the line. If you see a key signature at the beginning of the line, now they're not going to tell you, you have to make sure that you play that as a sharp or as a flat, because they've told you at the beginning of the line, and every single sharp or flat is then going to be played. Okay, so what they've saved is now we need to go back and we need to fill in the proper key signature for How Gentle God's Commands on page 70 and 71. Okay, so we have over here, so this key music had B's that were flat. Every time there was a B, it was flat. So that means that we need to make sure that we have a B shown as a B flat in the beginning. So for the treble clef, it's going to be 11 drafts bend. So it's that middle line is going to have a flat. So in all of the treble clefs, you can draw a B flat over there. For the bass clef, we do it from the bottom, gum boots. So we do this B over here. So if we've done that, then even when we have these B's here, and this is the higher B compared to the B that is written over there, but because it's a B, it will now be played as a B flat instead of a B natural. So we didn't now need to write in these flats because we have it written in the beginning of the music. And if we come across the other page, again, this has got these B flats. So even though now this was played in the treble clef with the right hand, we're going to have our B flats. So it's the middle line for the treble clef, and it's the second one from the bottom for the bass clef. We're going to have our flats like that. Okay, so now we have our proper key signature written in there. Okay, and then they've given us another little exercise to do. So it says, look at each staff below. It's the right page. So look at each staff below, and it says, tell us which notes need to be sharp or flat, depending on what you have here. So first, just pause the video, try this for yourself, and then we can come back and do it together. Okay, so hopefully you've done that on your own now. So for this first one, it's going to be the same note in the bass clef or the treble clef. So you can work out whichever one you are better at, either the bass clef or the treble clef. So 11 drafts bend down forwards. So that's going to be an F sharp, and it's gumboots dancing 4. So it's also the F sharp that we have over there. Number 2, this is 11 drafts bend. So we have a B flat, and every time you have a B flat or this note, which is an F-A-C-E, and E flat, you're going to play both of those as flats. So then you're going to have to keep track of every time there's a B and every time there's an E. You're going to have to play them both as flats. And in the bass clef, it's also gum boots, so that's the B, and all cows eat, so that's the E. And then we come over here, so we have here, this is just the B, and you can see this is always written in the same order. The first note is the B. If there was an E flat, E would be written next. So this is going to be a B flat. We've got that already. And then here we have the F sharp that we have there. And again, it's written in the same order. It's first the F sharp. And then the next one that we're adding to that is F-A-C, C sharp, or all cows, C sharp. Okay, so here you're going to have 2 notes that you're sharpening every time you play that. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do is we've got some exercises to do where we now have a key signature written at the beginning of the line. Okay, so for this first one, there's no key signature in the front, so we can just play that without having to worry about anything. But then these next ones, you're going to have, that's a B flat. So you also get used to when there's one flat, it's always a B flat. When there's one sharp, it's always an F sharp. Okay, so here you're now going to play with both hands together. But it first says play them each separately and then you put them together. So we're going to play with the right hand. You see, we're going to start on C, going to go up to the E, up to G, and then we're going to stretch up to C, come back to the G, back to E, back to C. So this is called an arpeggio, actually, if you want the official name. So you go up. So you hear how nice that sounds. So that's called an arpeggio. Then we're going to stretch. So from the C, we're going to go up to finger 2, going up to the F. And then we're going to put finger 4 on A, and then we're going to still go to the C, and then back to the A, back to F, and back to C, and then we're going to do what we did originally. So C, E, G, F, E, G, C, G, E, C, C. Here we go. Okay, so you want to practice that a couple times until you got nice and smooth. So I'm going to count it as we do it. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So these are all crotchets or quarter notes. And then right at the end we have, this is a dotted minim or a dotted half note. So that counts 3. So remember, the dot adds on half the value of whatever the original note was. So this is a 2-beat note, so half that is 1, so it's 2 plus 1 gives us a 3. Okay, so then once you've got the right hand ready, now we're ready to try playing the left hand. Okay, so now our fingers are going to be different here. So we're going to have 5, 4, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1. It's the same notes, so C, E, G, C, G, E, C. And then we're going to do the same thing as we did with the treble clef with the right hand. So then we're going to 5, and then we're going to go up to 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 5, and then going to go up again. So 4, 2, 1, 2, 4, 5, 5. Okay, so I'm going to play that one, counting it out so you can get the regular rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that one's going to take some time. So if you're getting just that on its own, then what you want to do is start putting these together. So I'm going to get the rhythm to be nice and flowing together. So I'm going to talk you through it first. So we're going to have C, and then we're going to do stretching out. So then all the way up to top C, and then back to G, and then E, and back to C, and then we stretch a little bit. So we're going to the F, and then A, and then C, back to the A, F, C, and then we do the original one. So you can move your fingers in a bit. C, C, E, G, C, G, E, C, C. Okay, so now I'm going to play that at a proper regular rhythm. I'm going to count it out. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then I'm going to play it a bit faster so you can see this is where you want to get to. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so definitely that one you're going to have to be practicing quite a bit, because you want your fingers to get nice and strong, and your brain needs to start getting used to having two things happening at the same time. It's going to take a while. If you've never done this before, this is a completely new skill that you're learning. So be kind to yourself. Let it take some time. But then let's get to the next one. So here now, we're going to do the same thing. And so it's going to be almost exactly the same, except whenever there's a B. So in this first set, we don't have any B's. So that's going to be F, A, C, F, C, A, F. But here now we're going to go F, and then we're going to go B. So that must be a B flat now. B, and then D, and then up to F, and then there's going to be a B again, and then we're going to F, A, C. Okay, so in this middle set over here, we're going to have a B flat that we have to play twice. So I'm going to play it again slowly, and the only difference is going to be that B flat. So I'm going to do it first with the right hand, then with the left hand, and then we're going to put it together. So fingering is exactly the same. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you saw in that middle one, we do the B flat and then the D, and then up to the F, and then back down to like that. Okay. And then once you got that nice and smooth, then you're going to do it with the left hand. But now instead of this F, they want us to go down to this bottom F. Okay, so we're going to do F, A, C, F, A, C, F, and now we're going to do finger 3 onto B flat, D, F, D, B flat, F, A, C, F, C, A, F, F. Okay, so I'm going to count that out so nice and smooth. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so once you got those two mastered, then we're going to put them together. Okay, and now not only are you playing two things, but your hands are also quite far apart. So you've got quite a few things happening at the same time over here. So I'm going to do it slowly first, and then we're going to increase the pace. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I'm going to do that quite a bit faster so you can see this where you want to get to. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to do the last one. So here we have an F sharp. But as you come along here, you'll notice that actually there are no F sharps that are played in this. So this is actually going to be played exactly the same as this top line, because there are no Fs, so none of them are going to be sharpened. But the difference between each of these, the reason that these sound the same, but we're playing them at different notes, is because this is actually what we call, this is in C major, this is in F major, and this is in G major. So this is exactly the same melody, but it's starting on C for C major, and then F for F major, and then G for G major. And because of the configuration of the black and the white notes, so the 2 and then the 3, the different keys, so C major, G major, F major, have different sharps or flats that are needed to make them sound the same. So this is going to be the same as what we did for the C major one, where there's no sharps or flats. Okay, so because you know this one, you just have to get used to being on a different note. So I'm actually just going to go straight into playing this with 2 hands, but you know how to practice this now. First the right hand and then the left hand. Okay, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm going to do that quite a bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, and now we have, this is getting a bit more complicated now. Now we have 2 flats. So this is what's actually called B flat major, but anyway, you don't have to worry about that. So here we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to actually start, every time there's a B, every time there's an E, we have to do the flats. And it starts on B flat. So we're actually going to start with our hand on B flat, and we're going to go to D, and then to F, and we're going to top B flat, and then going back to the B flats, and then we're going to open up, and now that's an E, so that has to be an E flat. So go to the G, and that's a little bit awkward to fit in the E flat, and then the G is finger 4 in the middle there. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, so that's the right hand. The left hand, same notes. We're going to start with the B flat. So 1, B flat, D, F, and then finger 1 on the B flat, and then we're going to go back, and then we're going to do finger 3 onto the E flat, G, B flat, and then back to this B flat, D, F, and then back to B flat, F, D, B flat, B flat. Okay, so you want to get each of those nice and smooth, and then we're going to put them together. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to have 2 sharps. So this is called D major, if you're interested. So we're going to start on a D over here. And here we're going to have an F sharp, because every time there's an F sharp or a C sharp. So there's an F sharp over there. There are no C sharps. So we don't have to worry about playing any C sharps. But the F, we're going to have to get that to be an F sharp. So for your right hand, you're going to have D. Finger 2 going to go onto F sharp. And then A, and then D. And then back A, F sharp, D. And then finger 2 is going to go onto G, B, and then D, B, G. And then repeat the D, F sharp, A, D, A, F sharp, D, D. Okay, and for our left hand, so we've got the D, finger 4 on F sharp, finger 2 on A, D, A, F sharp, D. And then finger 3 is going to go on to G, up to B, D, B, G. And then we repeat again. Okay, so you're going to get those both nice and smooth. Then you're going to put them together like this. So I'll count it out nice and slowly, and then I'll go faster again. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And although they've indicated which fingers to be using, as you're playing, you might find actually different fingers are comfortable for all of our hands are slightly different. So if you find other fingers more comfortable, then absolutely use those. As long as you're playing the right notes and you've got the right rhythm, then you can use whichever fingers are comfortable for you. Okay, the last one we're going to do before we finish off this video is now we have 3 flats. So we're going to have a B flat, an E flat, and an A flat. That's F-A-C-E. So that's an A that we're going to be using for A flat. So this is actually in E flat major, if you're interested. So we're going to start again on an E flat. So there's an E, but it's going to have to be flattened. So we start with E, and then we're going to go up to G. That's a natural, and then B flat. So it would be B, but now we're doing B flat. And then we go back up to E flat, back to G, B flat, G, and then we're going to go to E flat. Now, remember the A has to be flattened as well. So you're going to do E flat, A flat, and we can do C, and back to E flat, C, A flat, and then E flat, G, B flat, E flat, B flat, G, E flat, E flat. Okay, so here you're going to have 3 notes you have to keep track of moving as you're doing it. So definitely got to practice it. So let's look at the fingers for the left hand. So finger 5. They're suggesting doing finger 4 there. I would actually be more comfortable with finger 3, but I'll try and do it with finger 4. So E flat, G, B flat, E flat. So here, this E flat, C is that first line, so that's a C. Then the next space up there would be D, and now this is the next line, so that's E, but it's a flat. So we have E flat over there. So even though this E that's flattened is being written over there, that E is still an E. So every E has to be flattened. So we had E flat, G, B flat, E flat, B flat, G, E flat, and now we go to A flat with finger 2, and then C, E flat, C, A flat, and then E flat, G, B flat, E flat, B flat, G, E flat, E flat. Okay, so practice those both until you have them nice and smooth, and then we're going to put them together. Okay, so I'm going to go nice and slowly initially, and then we'll make it faster. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then let's do that faster. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this brings us to the end of section 2 of the keyboard course. There's lots for you to be practicing. And then when you get onto section 3 in the next video, now we're going to start playing the keyboard all the time with both hands. So in these few exercises we've been doing the last few minutes, that's given you some practice of that. But now this is going to be the regular thing you do. Basically, always play with both hands. And there are some different note values that we need to be starting to read as well as more time signatures. So please join me in the next video as we start section 3.